Good morning. Today we're going to talk about the long position tool on Tradingview, and we're going to also talk about GALA, and we're going to use that as an example on how to set up a good long position in futures. Okay, so GALA has been pretty awesome. Lately, last week there was a day or two where it gained over 100%, and here's the first thing I would do. I would take a look at the trend. So we're basically looking at something like this, like that. I'm going to clone it, right click, clone, move that up. Okay, so we have a nice trend, a clear channel floor, clear channel roof, and I think that because the MACD has just crossed bullish on the 1 hour, that it's not going to go back to the channel floor for a while. It's going to go up. So here's what I'd do to set up a long position trade. Prediction and measurement tools, you just point to it, click on the little caret, go down to long position, and click on the current price area. Okay, now this is a pretty reasonable long position that just appeared automatically. I didn't have to change anything, but I am going to change it for the sake of making a better trade, a better risk versus reward ratio. So what I'm looking at is for the price to go to about 20% because we have January 9th channel top. So about 4 days from the 13th, if it follows pattern, it's going to be about the 17th. So that's going to put the price up about, here or above if it follows suit and stays in the trend, which it probably will, because I think that the main thing to consider about GALA is it's a great project. It's been talked about extensively. It's done nothing but really go up, and it's got a great future. I'll show you why in a minute. As soon as we set up this trade, okay, so current price, this is the entry. The target is 20%. The stop loss would be down here, which is below the trend floor. So I'm going to move that up because by the time we'd get any kind of retrace, going to be right about there, about 9%. So we have a good 2-to-1 risk versus reward ratio, and that's how I would set the trade up. I would enter now at 48.52 or market. I would set the target for, basically 5,900 and set a stop loss at 43.99. Looks good. Okay, so now let's look at the longer term aspect. I changed to 1 day and I saw nothing but a massive downtrend and then this uptrend. But when I switched to 3 days, it's pretty interesting. So take a look at this. Now the movements that we just saw are dwarfed, absolutely dwarfed, by what this coin has done on the 3-day chart. So getting rid of all these things here. Okay, so this coin took off like crazy. Maybe about 2 weeks after it was launched, actually about a month, It just went straight up, basically from 9,100 to 84,000. So that's pretty crazy. So look at this trend and tell me this coin doesn't have massive, massive potential. It definitely does. Sure, it's a little high on the RSI, quite high on the RSI on the 3-day, but those longer time frames can make adjustments on shorter time frames and then basically just keep going up for quite a while. Seen it happen. I think we are good until at least, I would say probably 13,000 or maybe just under before we see any type of retrace. I do see the future though for this coin is very, very bright. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, and that's what we talked about for today is the long position tool and GALA. Take care.